Hello everyone, and today we will talk about page object model, why it is required, and how to implement it. Okay, so let's take the same website example. When you open this test.techlift.in, let's open uh, test.techlift.in. This is a website. You can automate it. You can go to the login page and then you do something, then some new page will come, right? A proper dashboard page will come. So let me show you quickly in my another system. I have the password. Hold on. So um, password is now. So this is a ERP system. If you see here, there are different modules like sealing module, support, HR, lot of things, marketplace and all. But we will concentrate on the sealing module part. Once you go there, there are different other modules like customer, um, sales order, sales invoice, right? So when you go to the customer, see here customer, you are able to see all the customers, right? You can create new customer. So later on, today or tomorrow, I'll share the credentials to you. Now, from the automation perspective, if you think that different pages has different functionality, correct? So for example, this desk page has all these options. It doesn't have the option about creating a new customer, correct? It has limited functionality that you can go to different modules. Once you go to a selling module, now there are limited thing which you can do that. Okay, you can go to the items and pricing, you can go to the reports and all. Once you click on the item, it's actually an item page where you can create one item to sale, something like that, right? So let's assume this website is a big ERP system to manage big enterprises like let's say some um, shopping, what we say, big bazaar kind of thing or those things, correct? So you can create the item. So if I'll say, let's say, rock salt item code, let's give the name and code same. Item group is consumable. Yeah. Default unit of measure, let's say kg. I think kg option should be there. And opening stock, you have 100 such rock salt packets. Standard selling rate, let's say 40 rupees, something like this. We are creating the stock, basically. We are creating the stock here. Once it is done, you will be able to search that item. Hmm. I think rock salt, we gave the name, let's search it. See here, it's available. Rock salt, consumable. You can put the picture also. I have not specified it, but it is showing me that this is the rock salt item where it is defined by kg measure and it is with 40 rupees. Somewhere you will see that item price is 40 rupees, right? Now you can sell it to someone. So mm, where? This is stock. Hold on. This is a stock. We have to go to the sales order. Go back. Let's go here. Selling module, sales invoice. I think you can create sales invoice. Now you can create a new sales invoice and payment due date. Let's give some, let's say today's date is due date. Item, you can select rock salt, this one. Okay. Customer, you have to mention which, first to whom you want to sell, something like that. Where is customer? This one. Let's say Nitesh. So this is a customer which is already there in database. It's like this. And you want to sell him rock salt. And how much quantity? It must ask you. Hmm, Hold on. Somewhere it will ask you, just a minute. Yeah. Here I will say rock salt. Yeah, 40 rupees has come. I can change the quantity. It's like making a bill. Two items if I purchase. If I'll save it, so it will generate one sales invoice. Okay. So it is generating in a draft mode. This sales invoice is created. If you see at the top, this showing me this sales invoice number. Click on the submit. So it's saying that this sales invoice is created. Somewhere you will see the message that it is created. You can print it, you can email that sales invoice, all those things. Done. So this is a proper flow, right? But there are different pages. Sales invoice is a different page where you can create the sales invoice. You can search some sales invoice. Customer is a different page. Everything has its own page and its own action. So it's always so from the automation point of view, let's say if there is a big flow, like you are at the home page and then you do the login, then you go to the desk page and then you go to the selling module, you go to the sales invoice, you select some customer, you select some item to be purchased, then you create the sales invoice, right? So it will be, let's say, 400 lines of code. Step by step, you will be doing it. But then it will be difficult to maintain. Means, what is this page? For which page we are talking about, right? So, for example, there will be different code to do click, there will be to fill some values, there will be a lot of things. So, it's better you maintain the elements, correct, and the actions in a single page and you use it in the test case. Okay, so simple concept is okay. Why it is required first of all to make it modularized first of all, right? Second thing is maintainable. It will make it maintainable, fine, and easy to understand also. Otherwise, code will be bit messy. How to implement it? To implement, you have to keep page classes, right? Keep page classes and inside that, inside the class, create all elements and action over the elements. So action means methods you will be keeping. So for a simple example, the same website, let's say this is some page, sales invoice. What will be the actions here? This action will be, creating the new invoice, clicking on the print icon, searching the sales invoice, right? Here you can search something, all those things. So you are interacting with a page with its element and you put some functions over it. So that is called pages and actions, correct? So keep that thing at one hand and then you use it later on whenever it is required. Okay. So how to do that? Simple page object concept can be implemented with a help of object-oriented concept itself. So what object-oriented concept says, you create a class. Let's say you create a class. Let's assume the class name is ABCD. Okay? And there you declare some elements. So you declare, let's say integer. I'm giving very simple example, integer x, correct? And the functions which will work on it. So you will say function which will say, let's say x, it will do something. It will, let's say, print the value of x, right? Something like this. How you will use this things in another class? What you will see? You will say, let's say there is another class or the test class, right? Inside the test class, you will say, hey, create the object of this class, this ABCD, right? ABCD. So you can give a name. So I can give a name, let's say um, ABCD object is equals to new ABCD. This is a pure Java or object-oriented concept. Now I can access the X. I can call this function also. Let's give a name, give it a name, print X, something like this. So the function name is print X. So here, basically, you will simply call this thing dot print X. Right? Agree everyone that this is one of the way to create a class and then use the call the function which is there in another class. There may be multiple class. There may be another XYZ class which will do something else. Everyone is okay with uh, what concept I am showing here about the class and another class where you can use the object of another class, or you guys have never seen it, something like this. Please tell me quickly. Yes, Vivek,
Yes.
you have seen it,
So we
right?
are again.
Sorry?
Nitish, I have one point. Can you please scroll up? I have only one point.
Yeah,
Uh, what does it mean to make it modularize? I mean, I'm not.
yeah. So the thing is, I gave an example. Let's say there is a let's go to this example. Let's say I want to create the test case for creating one sales invoice. Okay. So what will be the manual steps? Let's note down the manual steps. So open browser, correct? Go to ERP website, test.techlib.in. Next step. Second will be like login. Go to login. So go to login page. Go to page. Specify credential. Then go to text page. Then select billing module. Go to invoice module. Then create invoice. And save invoice. There in between there will be a lot of other steps also. Like when you create the invoice, there are a lot of you have to fill a form, correct? To create the invoice, number of items and all. But basic thing is this. These are the steps. While doing this thing, you will be writing a lot of code, right? So in the login page, you do like specify the user ID, you specify the password, and then you basically click on the login button, then it goes to the login page, correct? Then you reach to the desk page and then you again do something, clicking on selling module. So you go to the selling page. Then in the selling page, there is a lot of other different modules where you can go. One of the module is invoice module. So you go to the invoice module. So in this way you do it. But if you write this code, how you will track where you are? Only the person who has created the code, they only will be able to understand that how it is working, correct? So this code will be a big, very big code. Okay, this is a good question. Let's do it. You will feel the complexity. Okay. Let's write this code to perform all these things. We may not complete it quickly, but let's try whatever we can do. Fine. Idea is if you will write the code one by one like this, there will be lot of repetition. Let's say in the next test case, you again want to go to the invoice module, but this time you want to create invalid invoices. You want to create some invalid invoices, right? Some negative flow you want to do at that point. So you will be writing all this code again and again, correct? To reach till this point. But then you don't know like where you are. As a programmer, you know, but if somebody will see your project, they will not be able to understand what is happening until you will keep a good comment. Probably then they will get to know. Otherwise, it's difficult to do all these things. So you will feel the difference. When we say modularization, it's like you are keeping the thing either functionality by functionality different, or you are keeping page wise, you are modularizing that. Okay, I'll keep my pages separately with every other pages, and then I will keep all the actions which I will do on a page, I will keep it on that page only. So for example, this is my login page. Login page. In the login page, I will do login, right? If somebody will provide me username and password, my task is to do login. So here the code will come to what we say, specify username, password, and then click on login button. This code will come. So now it will be very easy. Whenever you want to do the login, you will call this function, correct? Otherwise, you have to write this code again and again. Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
You will feel the difference. Let's develop this code itself. So last time we have created login test spec.ts. Let's write some code. So I know the user ID. Uh, testology.qa.learning@gmail.com. Temporary password is this one. We click on the login. Let's run this thing so that we will get to know this is working fine or not. So I will run it through the command npx playwright test login test spec.ts added mode. Okay, let's run this. It's opening this. And yes, test.techlib.in opened. We clicked on the login. It will specify the user ID. It will specify the password. It will click on the login, and we are here. Fine. Let's let's make it bigger. So once the login is done, let me specify. Okay. So once you are here, you want to click on this sailing module. Let's inspect it. See, the way you inspect, it's all same, whether you use Playwright or Selenium or anything. You have to identify one element. It's like this. So this element is sailing module is basically one anchor element where href contains module slash sailing that you can use. So you can create one CSS selector for that. Let me copy the outer HTML. I will explain what I'm saying. So to create it, I will say find out one anchor element where href contains this. Okay. Or I can use the whole thing also. That is also fine. But there is a special character, so I don't want to use it. I will say href star is equals to star means contains. Okay. In CSS selector, it's like find out one anchor element where href contains this. Okay. You can use this also. This also looks good. Let me put this also another. So I'm using the combination of these two attributes. Done. Let's check whether this is good or not. To find that, let's put it here. Hit enter. Here it is able to identify this. When I hit this CSS selector, I'm able to use it. So let's go to the code. In the code, in the code, say await page dot locator in the bracket this dot click. Okay. Then I'm putting a delay. Then once you click on the sailing module, you want to go to the sales invoice. So let's inspect this sales invoice. So this is anchor element where class is equals to link contain and href contains sales invoice. I think this is good. So again, you can or you can use any other tool to get the CSS selector. I am creating it from scratch, and it's a good way. You learn it by doing it. You understand what are different attributes it has. So there is an anchor element where href is this. I will use this. Convert the double quote to single quote. And I will basically delete this list. I just want to check, find out one href which contains sales invoice and its class is link content. So this looks good. You can take the help of developer also. You can ask them, hey, whether I should use this or not, whether it will change in future or not, whether it is a fixed thing or the dynamic thing. Let's copy this to check it's a good CSS selector or not. Yeah, it's able to find out this, I think, sales invoice. So we can use this. I will go to the code. I will say await page dot locator. There are a lot of locator techniques. As of now, I'm giving you the simplest one to use. Otherwise, in Playwright, there are a lot of different ways to find an element. Okay. So you want to do that. Then once you click on the sales invoice, you can create a new sales invoice. Correct? You can create a new sales invoice, but let's not go into that as of now. What you can do is, otherwise, it will be a big test flow and we will waste the time on creating the flow. It's better to do some useful thing to understand the page object model. So what we will do once we will reach here, mm, we will check uh, Nitesh. We will search here. Okay, no, not here. I think customer name is Nitesh. I'm searching that with this customer, how many invoices are there? It's like this. So that will be our test case. Let's assume. So here it's on the based on the customer, you can select it, or based on the sales invoice name, you can search it. Sales invoice title, based on the customer, you can search. Let me clear out all these things. We are searching all the unpaid invoices. Okay. So based on this, as of now, just one sales invoice is there, but still you can search it. So you can put here Nitesh Jain. and hit enter. So it will show you all the indexes. So let's search this text box, right click, inspect. It's an input class where type is equals to text. And once you click there, you can hit enter after that, correct? So input where type is equals to text, but where is the ID? Is there any ID? Data target is customer, data file field name is customer, role is equals to combo box. Fine. We will use input class. No. Input type we will use. I think data field name we can use, which is customer. Or placeholder you can use. I think placeholder will be good. Fine. So in playwright, there is a way, await page dot um, page dot get by placeholder. See here, and you can mention what is your placeholder value. Placeholder value is customer, so you can put it like this, and based on that, you want to fill the value. Correct? You want to fill, let's say, a value, and after that, what is the problem? You get the placeholder, get by placeholder dot. What is the problem with fill? Yeah, you can do it. And in the fill, I'll send it page name and then dot. Mm, mm, how to do enter? I think here itself you can do enter. In the bracket, you can check. You can put the enter. I am checking at my end. Uh, how I can put the enter. Hold on. There should be a way to put the enter thing. I am checking. Wait, wait, wait. Or you can just check in their official documentation to hit enter what you do. Fine. So let's go to their official documentation. Playwright dot dev and go to the docs. Here you search enter. Mm, click enter. Click enter. There is, but we are not searching in the right way. We are not searching the things in the right way. There is a way to, I think, just press enter. There is one. My bad. So this is function is dot press enter. Good one. After this, I want to dot press and dot press in single quote. Just enter. It should work. It's saying in their example itself, they have get something by placeholder, dot press enter. Yes. But we are filling it and then doing it. It's like this. So it is not taking in one shot. There is a way. There is obviously a way to do it. But as of now, it's saying that you cannot do it here. So I'm deleting it basically. And after the fill, we will write it again. Await page dot page dot what was that placeholder, right? Get by placeholder, and that is customer, and then press enter. Just like this. Once you put the enter, it will start something, right? Let's stop it here. We just want to check whether these things are good or not. So let's clear it out and let's run this. Yeah, so it's here. Yeah, enter is there, but it's saying in the bracket. If you put the enter, it will do it. That's fine. Going to the sailing module, going to the invoice module, going to the customer. See, it has happened and it's done. Good. Test case is completed. It is passed. I'm not going to the report. You can see the report by doing it. It is passed, so obviously it will show all the steps in the green mode and all. My objective is not to do that today. Now imagine that there will be a lot of code for a bigger flow, right? How you will keep track what you are doing, how you will get to know what is this. Even the only the programmer who is writing it, they know what is happening here. But this is not the way to write a good test case. Test case should be like this. A good test case is this. Everyone agree with me? It should be like this. That go do this, go here, go to the login page, go to the login, create invoice. It should be functional thing, right? So to achieve this, it's better you modularize it. Means you keep a login page, right? You keep its own function, its own elements. So this is element. When we say element, everything is element. Whatever you see in a website, which is interactable, which is visible, it's all called web element. And technically, it is called web element or page element. Okay. Everything. This button is a page element. This bell icon is page element. This chat icon is page element. This text box is page element. Copyright thing, page element. This logo, page element. Everything is page element. Okay. So to work in a modularized way, it's better you follow page object model. So the same thing you can modularize. So I keep it for a reference, but what I'm going to do is I will copy this, the whole file so that you will remember that, okay, we are changing it in some other way. So I will copy and I will paste here itself just to have a copy here, but change the name. Let's rename it login test uh, spec login test case or sales invoice. You can give any name. Let's create for the login only as of now. So login tests instead of login test, I'm saying login tests. That's it. The change is just this one. Fine. So here, let me close everything other. Now, the logic basically is in the pages, we will create the home page, login page, and all. So this thing, we will call out it as login page. Which one? Let's log out here. Okay. And this we will say home page. This is the website's home page. Okay. So what we will do, we'll create a home page. Then we will create a login page. Fine. Mm, so let's create it in the pages. We will have login page.ts and we will have home page.ts. So let's create home page. Let's assume this is home page. Let's go here with the pages. Do it with me. Whatever I am doing, do at your end also. Here we will create home page dot TypeScript, and here you will import uh, 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 import two things here. You will import page. Page is given by kind of module given by um, Playwright itself from at the rate playwright. This one. Fine. Then, because you are creating a class, so you will say class homepage. So we are creating homepage class. Start and end point. Here you will write the code. And here you will create a constructor so that anytime when the object of this class will be created, it will have the it will have its own page. Okay. To understand the constructor concept, I suggest that read what is constructor, why it is used. Second thing is understand how the constructors are created in JavaScript. A bit different. Here you actually write constructor in other programming language. Any constructor is a kind of function only which has the same name as class name. Correct. In other programming language. In JavaScript and TypeScript, you don't have to say a function name here. You just say constructor. It's like this. So this will be a constructor. You will pass the page and it will become its page. So I don't know whether you guys have worked in Selenium or not. There also we pass the driver, correct? Here we pass
Yes,
the
got it.
pages. It's like, so you can relate it with that, fine. But then, what are the things you have? You can declare it here. So, in our home page, there is a login link. Let's inspect it and keep it in home page. So for example, there is a list item where anchor element has login as an href or the text as login. That in that way also you can find this element. Hmm. So list nav item, there is an anchor element which has the text login. So if I want to write the X path for this, I'll say, hey, find out one list element. Inside that, find out one anchor element which has text, and that text is login. Okay, if I hit enter, yes, one of one I'm able to find out. So this is the X path to find this, correct? I will go here and I will say I have my login link, and that login link value is this. That's it. So you are declaring your page elements here itself so that whenever it is required, you will use it. Okay. To keep it more safe, you declare it private. You declare it private and you can say it's read only so that nobody will change it. It's optional. Okay. Keeping it private and read only is optional. So you have the login link now and that's it. But what you do with the login link? What you do with the login? Of course, you click on it. Correct. So here you can create a function. Hmm. So you can create async. So whenever you will create a function, you have to define it with async. Okay. And then here you create a function. Let's say click on login link, or you give any function. It's up to you what function name you give. And here it will be basically await uh, this dot page where you are dot locator. What locator? This will be this. This means current object. This dot login link, and you want to perform. Click. You want to perform. Click. So you may be feeling that why we are doing a lot of things like this, but ultimately, it will make your task more easier. Once you are habitual of doing this thing, you will feel that, oh, it's very logical that we will be doing in this way. So it's like having the current page, find out the locator, which one from the current page, there is a login link. So it will go here, it will find out this, and we want to click on it, right? So let's save this. But the problem with this is in JavaScript, Um, Ultimately, some other class will create the object of this, correct? In JavaScript, you have to use a word export. Okay. If other classes are using this, um, what we say, class, then you can export it, right? And by default, you want it to have the name as homepage itself. So, so that whenever somebody will say, "Hey, I want to import homepage," right? So will they will automatically get the object of it. It's like this. Let's save this. So whenever you will create a class which anybody can import, so it's better you make it export default. You add these two keywords before a class. Done. In the same way, we will create. So I'm not running anything. See, this anybody can create. That is how when you work with the automation, it's not like that somebody will execute it, then only they can contribute. Now tell me, can you contribute to the test automation script without executing it? Yes, I can contribute. Why? Because my team leader or the manager will say, "Hey, why don't you create a code to click on the login?" So who is stopping you to do that? You just create this. You say that, okay, login link is this. Fine. I'm creating a function to do the login. Done. I don't have to execute it. Maybe somewhere you have to execute it to check whether it is working fine or not. But you should be that much confident that, okay, if the XPath is fine, right? And if I know the syntax of finding the locator, then there is no way that it will not work. Okay. Whenever this function will be called, this will click on the login. Okay. Now there is um, uh, 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 login page dot ts we will create, right? So let's see that part now where we will create login page dot ts and we will do something there, correct? Obviously, there will be something related to doing on the login page side. Okay, let's see that part now. Meanwhile, do these things, whatever I have done till now uh, with this. Hmm.